You're listening to Talkline with Zev Brenner, America's premier Jewish broadcast on the air since 1981.
And now, here's your host.
And we're back. Our guest is Rabbi Matisyahu Glazerson. He's dedicated to exploring the fascinating world of Bible codes, Torah teachings, mystical insights derived from the Chumash. He does visual presentations, explanations, sequence of letters, and it's been a while since he's been on the program. So we appreciate Rabbi Glazerson that you're joining us here on this Tisha B'Av night. Thank you for joining us.
With pleasure. So
tell us about the Torah codes. How does it work? Let's start with that.
So the first thing, I want to describe what we have in this table. So the table is very small ones, which really one can see even. I tell you exactly the place and what you have there. Now this table appears in few verses in chapter 14 in the book Numbers, and the Numbers, it means the book Numbers, as the story about the spies. And the chapter 14 starts with a story that all the community cried. Yeah, we know the story. And our Rabbi said it was on Tisha B'Av, this crying, and this was really the source of all our troubles. So what you are going to see in this table, exactly what happened and the troubles that came as a result of the sin of the spies. But before seeing the table, we will not be able to see it, but as I said, it is very, very small one. And basically, if one takes 22 verses, it means even less than this, you can see the whole table. But let us start. Now we know the first thing, that this happening of the spies, which caused so many troubles, start with the word Eicha. Yeah, Eicha, we read today Eicha. And our rabbis told us in the Midrash that Eicha is in Gematria 36, indicates to 36 laws, sins, really, that the punishment on them is karet, it means heavenly death, and Eicha indicates 36 sins which brought really to the disaster. Yeah, Kurban. Now, what we will see in this table, the word Eicha appearing every 36 letters. It means, as the Midrash says, Eicha is 36, indicating to the 36 sins of heavenly death, of karet. This is what you're going to see in this table. You will not see it, but it is in the table.
In other words, every 36 letters spells the word Eicha.
Exactly, it's the Gematria. Then we know quite well, we have the book of Eicha, which we read today, that 3 or 4 really chapters of it are based on the Aleph Bet. Yeah, Eicha, Aleph, Bet, Bachot Yifke, Gimal, Galta, yeah. So what is the reason? So Rabbi told us in Sanhedrin, because unfortunately Jews transgressed the Torah, which is based on 22 letters. So this is Eicha. Yes, the Lamentations that we read is based on 22 letters to remind us that transgressing the Torah based on 22 letters brought to the destruction. This is the second thing we have to remember, right? The third thing, which is the result of the destruction, is the first temple and the second temple, and basically the 4 exiles that Jews went through and still are going through, which are Babylon, Medea, Persia, Medea, Greeks, and Edom. These are the 4 exiles that we went through, and our rabbis tell us it is a result of the sin of the spies. And this was the Torah said. God said, up till then, Jews will cause me trouble, which despise me, and so on, will believe in me. There are 4 times Anna, up till when? And Rabbi told us in the Midrash, indicated to the 4 exiles, Babylon, Media, Greeks, Edom, because of the sin of the spies. Also, you have to remember it, because all of it are in the table, right? So, what more we see in the table? We see interesting sentence, which is the basis. 9th of Av, destruction because of slander. Yeah, in Hebrew, Tet Av, the 9th of Av, Diba, slander. And then comes all this, what I mentioned. It means every 22 letters, right? We have the sentence. By the way, this is a table, Bible code, which was found by Professor Rips. He's known one of the top mathematicians in the world. Professor Rips, we did a lot of things with him together, books, and he found it with some addition of mine. So what he found is this every 22 letters, 9th of Av, slander.
Where is this in the portion with the spies? If you count the 22 letters, is that the place where you have this?
Exactly what I'm going to describe now. This table is in 5 verses in one chapter, chapter 14 in Numbers, and in this chapter, 5 verses. What I'm going to describe to you, all are in 5 verses, which are very much significant and one of the most important conditions for Bible code. By the way, Bible code was accepted by science when it has the conditions of what you're going, just not going to speak about.
Wasn't there some problem with the Bible code? They tried to debunk it, saying it's not really correct because you can pick Moby Dick or any book and show
nothing. No, look, this was in the past. Now you must know science recognize it, and the great Gdoilim like Avshalom Zalman Auerbach, Fisher, all of them encourage very much to distribute it because it clear proof the Torah from heaven. All this Moby Dick and this is really an old-fashioned, no more. Because now science checked it, and when you have the proper condition, like minimal base meetings, so this is recognized by science. So one can see it. By the way, if one want to know about codes, so there is a Bible code, it's site really, which is torahcode.org. There you have all the scientific work on the codes, everything about, and even there is a suggestion to get Nobel Prize for the work, the scientific work of this. So this is a site that one can find out.
Can you find out if you're going to get the Nobel Prize by looking at the Torah codes? Can you can you ascertain from the Torah codes that you'll be getting the Nobel Prize for discovering the Torah codes? Because you say everything is in the Torah, you show different things. I remember from having you in the past. Can you show your name in there possibly with the Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah, no, it's exactly. The Nobel Prize is for scientific work. It means the professor that I work with, his name is Robert Haralik. He's known to be one of the top scientists, and he worked on the codes. Yeah, besides this, his work is on the missile, but he worked on it, and the scientific work on codes deserve Nobel Prize. So time to tell you that it's very highly scientific, and one can see it in torahcode.org. But let us carry on with this table. So what you have in the table, you have in a letter skip of 22 letters, right? You have the sentence, 9th of Av, slander, Tet Av, Diba, and it comes exactly on the letters of A in the verse, the first verse in Numbers, in 14, in Numbers, which says, Vayivku ha'am balayla hu, and the people wept on this night, and exactly the sentence 9th of Av Diba, exactly telling us why they were really crying. Yeah, amazing. Then comes there, you cannot see it, but in a letter skip of 36, it means every 36 letters, the word Eicha comes. In Aleph, 36 letter, Yud, 36, Kaf, A. Also, on the verse, Vayivku Am Ba'amahu. Then comes the most important. You have on the left side, it means really, if you look into it straight on the right side, you have the word Babylon and Rome. And then you have next to it the word destruction and destruction. It means twice the word destruction come next to Rome and Babylon, where destroys the first and second temple. I speak about all of this in 5 verses, 22 letters. Then lower a little bit comes the word Medea, which is Persia. And then comes the word Greeks, Yavan. It means you have all the 4 exiles. It means the Babylons and Persia and Greeks, Edom. And what come more is unbelievable. Holocaust. The Holocaust, Shoah comes. What has to do the Holocaust with 9th of Av? The final solution was on Tisha B'Av. It is very known that a lot of things with Hitler, Rimar Shmuel, and Eichmann did were on these days around Tisha B'Av. And the word Shoah appears there every 4 letters also. It means in this small area, you have clear description of this. And this is what Bible code. What is Bible code? You know what is Bible code? People understand. Bible code is what God planned. Bible code, it is a what you call the blueprint of creation. The blueprint of creation. It means God, before creating the world, right, he put in the Torah, letter after letter, exactly what is going to happen the 6,000 years. So it means that when we have this table, for example, it means that God indicated, it means he planned really that if Jews will transgress the Torah, like the sin of the spice, lack of faith on God and so and so will happen to them. So it means the code shows you what really was planned by God. So these are kind of codes as this guy, but definitely, I don't know if you know that, for example, I found about Donald Trump, that will be elected.
What did you find? You found that he was going to be president?
3 months before I found it was advertised in many television, and what I found it, I looked for Donald Trump, so it came out, Donald Trump will be elected on the 8th of Cheshvan, on the year was Tafshinayim Zayin, I think, president. It means that nobody can argue with this. It's the same thing with Obama. Obama, I found clearly, also 3 months before, you can see it in the internet. It means that there are possibilities to find about the future, but only if you have the basis. Like we know.
Where did you find the Obama? The reference to Obama. What portion of the Torah did you find a reference to Obama?
No, it appeared once in the Torah because Allah told Barack Obama. Next to it came Islamic, and enemy of Netanyahu. One can see it. It is a long time ago. Which is exactly the truth. See, it came out that he will be elected and to the president of the state. And very significant table, by the way, also was shown clearly in the internet. It means that more and more we see about the Bible code, which is really, as I said, recommendation of rabbis to that advertise it and to show it, because after so many scientists worked on it, like the Professor Ralik and others, so it is clear proof the Torah from heaven.
Did you check Mamdani, who could possibly become the mayor of New York? Have you used his name in the Torah codes to see if there's anything there?
Again.
Mamdani, who's running for New York mayor, who's an anti-Semite.
I did not check it yet, but you see it so clearly. I wrote a book about what's in a name. There's the names. So in Mamdani there is a word of din, and then judgment, so it's frightening a little bit. So okay, but hope that he made such something. But I did not check about him. But I checked about Donald Trump before, about Obama, because it was really at that time and it appeared 2 months before 3 months, and in fact it was advertised in internet. But as I said, rabbis very much recommend it. Scientists today agree that it is scientific when you have the condition. Like, for example, what I just now showed you, this table is a clear proof that the Bible codes are scientific. Why? Because it appears in a very small area, and exactly best meeting and minimal. You see, these are the best conditions. But for us as Jewish people who have the Torah, is the most important that the location is right. That all the location is exactly when the people wept on that night, and God told them the punishment for exiles. This is the Midrash says. The Midrash says that God said to the people, "You caused me to cry 4 times, Anna." Yeah. So then Anna, asir panecha memeni, Anna shachet. Means the Midrash says that the 4 expressions of God up till when you despise me, after you don't believe in it, and etc., indicate to the 4 exiles that Jews are going to go through, which is Babylon, Persia, Greeks, and Edom. And all this appears in the table, one next to each other. And Holocaust also, which is unbelievable. And all this appears in 5 verses. One can see it, if you...
Wow, amazing. Our guest, Rabbi Matisyahu Glazerson, dedicated to exploring the fascinating world of Bible codes, Torah teachings, and mystical insights derived from the Torah, from the Chumash. We're going to be right back. And if you'd like to participate, our numbers are 212-769-1925, 212-769-1925. You can email us, zev@talklinenetwork.com, zev@talklinenetwork.com. Coming up at 3 o'clock this morning, we're going to be broadcasting from 3 a.m. till 9 p.m. With Torah anytime. You can get to hear some wonderful, inspirational shiurim lectures dealing with Tisha B'Av. That's going to be also on WNEW 102.7 FM HD3. If you're driving in your car, all you have to do is go to the FM dial, go to 102.7, press the HD3 button and lock us in, and we will be broadcasting, as I said, special Tisha B'Av programming in conjunction with Torah anytime from 3 a.m. until 9 p.m. tonight. And of course, as I said, also talklinenetwork.com. You can catch us on our website. And we do have a 24-hour day listen line, best access via your cell phone, that you can tune us in as well. And I'll give you that phone number where you can actually catch us 24 hours a day. And I certainly recommend that you do so. Listen to our special format for Tisha B'Av. And I know we appreciate that working with Torah anytime. The number, 605-562-5167, 605-562-5167. We'll be right back with Rabbi Matisyahu Glazerson. Oh, by the way, one program note, 1 week from tonight, we will, among the topics we will be looking at and the guests we'll have on the air, of a group called the Ichot Kehilas Rockland. They're challenging the New Square community for not allowing Jews to rent homes. At least that's what they're alleging, not allowing them to rent homes in the New Square area. That'll be 1 week from tonight. We're going to be right back. Don't go away. Stay tuned. This is the Talkline Network. I'm Zev Brenner.